This week, we're reviewing Godzilla 1998, which was the first attempt by an American studio to produce a Godzilla film. And while this might not have been a huge financial failure, I think this film is a soulless mess and I absolutely hate it. Godzilla was originally conceived as a metaphor for nuclear weapons, which is apt because this production is the biggest disaster perpetrated on the Japanese people since Hiroshima. Godzilla 1998 is objectively worse than melting Japanese babies alive.
Just their skin singeing off immediately. Yeah, I mean, at least that was over instantaneously. This one lasted for 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Godzilla is one of the most recognizable symbols of Japanese popular culture worldwide, and this production feels like more of a cheap cash grab than a proper interpretation of a beloved property. This film should have never been made. It's completely disrespectful to the Japanese. It's disrespectful to the American audiences. It's disrespectful to New York City. This film might be the worst atrocity to hit New York City in my lifetime.
This almost killed the Godzilla films. Actually, funny you say that because for the movie was made for like maybe 130 to 150 million dollars plus like 80 million dollars of marketing on top of that. Because when the executive
this
producer
movie
saw
was a marketing blitz. It was a huge movie.
Because when the producer saw it, they said this movie's a stinking pile of trash, and we have to, before reviews even get out, we have to get everybody in those fucking seats. And so they just pushed it across the board. That said, it actually made 376 million worldwide, and actually is the highest performing American movie based on a foreign film. And
it's the third highest grossing film of the year. It's just that the margins, cost so much, it only makes double its budget. That is perceived as not being a huge success.
Sure.
And also, it kind of revitalized Godzilla in Japan because Toho was so upset with it. They relaunched Godzilla. And
we have to cover this up and make our own because, the next movie to actually do better based on a foreign film would be Godzilla from 2014. So, based on the foreign films. That said, this movie kind of seems...
Well, I mean, of course, foreign films are not big movies, ever.
No. We blow tons of money on Hollywood.
It's a foreign film in the sense that it's an IP that's recognizable.
Right. And speaking of IP, this movie actually, back in like 1991, 1992, Rob Fried and some other executive producers worked on securing the rights for Godzilla.
Yeah, it was a long development.
Super long development. It was development hell. Like, it went...
I think Jan de Bont was supposed to direct.
Dude, James Cameron, Tim Burton, Joe Dante, Paul Verhoeven, David Fincher, Joe Johnson, Jan de Bont, and then finally Roland Emmerich, who doesn't even like the Godzilla franchise. He didn't even care about it. And so the fact that they were like, we just gotta fucking make it at this point, and then they went with this guy who makes disaster films, sure, but what a disaster.
He's also a fucking moron. I don't know if you've ever seen like an interview with Roland Emmerich, but he's not like a smart, self-aware guy who's making tongue-in-cheek things. He is an actual idiot.
Yeah, his movies are just destruction, and that shows, right?
And you very much have to look at this movie framed through the lens of Jurassic Park and Independence Day.
Right.
It's really, the marketing is specifically kind of winking at like, this is Jurassic Park but bigger.
Size matters.
And the irony to it is that Jurassic Park did such a better job dealing with the CG dinosaur.
Oh yeah.
And it was 5 years previous and it looks so much better. Roland Emmerich does not know how to shoot a giant monster CGI movie. It's super obvious.
Which is crazy that they ended up going with so much CGI because they built like a 6-scale miniature Godzilla. It's a huge head they built. They also built like body suits, and they did all sorts of other like practical effects. The miniature effects throughout this movie are like stellar. They just used like they actually, because to keep the budget down, they reused skyscrapers from Batman and Robin and The Fifth Element and some other things, just redressed them. And actually, apparently, if you look around, you can see like a little Batman in a window, and there's like a character named Jumper Joe that they put on in every single miniature shot.
I'm not recommending this one. It's not worth a rewatch. This movie is trash, and I have no nostalgia for it. If for some reason you do want to watch this film, it is available for free on Tubi, which is exactly where it should be. I don't need to watch this again. I don't need a 4K remaster. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Washes his hands. He's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Russ? Do you recommend Godzilla 1998?
I cannot in good faith recommend.
There's just
Godzilla.
not much redeemable about this film, unfortunately.
It's like it's too long. The reveal of Godzilla is like about 20 minutes in, which is like, it should have been like a 3/4 of the way through. We finally get to see a reveal, but it's just like, here's Godzilla. Doesn't he look like trash now? No character development. It's just a giant mess. And, bigger is not always better, because this thing was a big stinking pile of fish. So,
this movie stinks more than Godzilla's dick.
Which
I would assume wasn't too pleasant of a scent.
I would say the one redeeming feature about this movie really is, it's an effects feature, and though the
effects suck,
the creature effects are trash, but the building effects are great. Like blowing up the Chrysler Building looks phenomenal. Blowing up the Flatiron Building looks phenomenal. Blowing up Madison Square Garden looks phenomenal. And this movie kind of reminded me more like of Team America than anything, because they're just going around blowing up historical miniatures. And I think it would be great to make a montage of like, America, fuck yeah, fuck New York, because they fuck it up.
Yeah, and you're not a big fan of New York City, is that correct, Russ?
I hate New York.
You like to call it New York shitty.
Yeah, that's where I laid all my eggs, but then the fucking mayor blew them all up.
Goddamn commie.
Goddamn commie.
Yeah. It's a Muslim thing. You're not allowed to be a man and lay eggs in the Muslim community.
You know what? As it should be.
Exactly. As Allah has stated.
Praise Allah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess that's my review. Sucks except for the miniatures.
Sucks dick.
I will say, in staying semi-true to the old Godzilla, there is a lot of like endless shots of the military just like firing at Godzilla.
It feels very stiff and not connected the way an old Godzilla movie does, because they're not well made. The Godzilla movies, I don't know if I'm not a big Godzilla movie guy. I'm not an expert on Godzilla movies.
They're fun.
I've seen a couple of the old ones from the 50s and 60s. I feel like they're very hard to watch. I hear the 80s ones are much more enjoyable, but they're crap. They are really crap, low effort garbage.
Right.
And so I don't have a huge amount of nostalgia for Godzilla. Maybe I'll get into Godzilla.
It's like Power Rangers, they're just smashing down miniature cities. And
yeah, sure. It's like Power Rangers. In this American adaptation of the Toho classic, Godzilla is basically a giant iguana that mutated because of French nuclear experiments in Polynesia.
Which is funny, because all the footage they show of these nuclear explosions are American atom bombs. So
I'm not a huge fan of the character design. Like, Godzilla has a big goofy head and he looks kind of dumb, and he feels like kind of like a monster made by a committee.
Sure.
But
though the character designer, Pat Tatopoulos.
It's the same name as the doctor in the film, right?
The same name as the lead character in the film. Kind of lame. I mean, he's Nico Tatopoulos in the movie, but the designer was Pat Tatopoulos. Doesn't matter. He pretty much, they had, Toho has tenets of Godzilla's design, and they say you got to have, 4 fingers and however many toes, and he's got to have 3 different fins and this and that. And they pretty much just threw those out the window, even though they got this packet of like, Godzilla's got to have this. He was like, yeah, whatever. And instead he decided to give him a big chin like Jay Leno.
Yeah, it looks I hate the design of it. And like, I wouldn't say that the CG is necessarily the worst CG. I'm sure they spent a lot of money on it. It feels more like they just the director didn't know how to direct a big CG monster movie.
I heard
it feels very stiff and like, man, the shots are so bad.
I heard they were rushed when it came to effects.
I've heard that too.
So,
and I'm sure that's why they leaned more on the CG than they did the practical effects.
Right.
But yeah, it's really not impressive. And the Tyrannosaurus Rex in Jurassic Park is much more impressive, and that is 5 years previous.
Incredible.
Sure, that was groundbreaking for '93, but this is a huge movie 5 years later, and it's not able to even pull off CG nearly as well.
Well, there's like 16 shots in Jurassic Park of CG dinosaurs done by ILM. This was done by a completely different company, and there's like 400 shots or something crazy.
Yeah.
And so they were just like chugging them through, just trying to get it done.
Well, to me, it seems more like the production than the post. It's like the way Roland Emmerich shot this movie is fucking awful. It's like a character supposed to be interacting with Godzilla, and it says lockdown shot that's so awkwardly framed. It's like they didn't have a sense of how big the monster was or what the fuck was going on at all. It really feels very stiff and bad. So I don't necessarily think it's the CG. The CG might be not the best. It looks fine compared to CG 98. I think it's really
Species or
the
whatever.
way it was shot and directed.
I think it could be also be the way it was composited in, like because of the, it just stands out from the rest of the shot.
Yeah, sure.
The blacks are too black, and it just doesn't go in. And I think it's because they were rushed and they didn't really have time to refine that they actually pushed out the movie to theaters without having the effects fully finished. And the ones you have on Blu-ray actually they've gone back and like retouched and like blended them a little bit better. So if it looks good now, if it looks bad now, it looked even worse before.
Yeah, and like you watch the commercials and shit for this movie and all the Taco Bell stuff. It looks better in the fucking commercials than it does in the film.
That's because they used a different production, right? They spent like $600,000 to make like this teaser trailer.
Yes, they made a fake trailer. I was going to talk about that. I think they spent $600,000 right on this fake teaser that played before some other big movie.
Yeah, right. I forget which one, but it looked good. I mean,
talk about pulling the rug out from under you. They're really are tricking you into this movie.
Right.
That's some bullshit.
They built a bigature, which is a miniature but large scale of like a T-Rex skeleton, kind of to say, "Fuck you, Jurassic Park. We're crushing you. We're gonna be way better." Really
selling it. It's gonna be a bigger than the spectacle is bigger than Jurassic Park. You have a even bigger dinosaur, and
it is bigger.
Man, what a disappointment.
Bigger they are, the harder they fall, Gary. So
that's true.
There you go.
And Godzilla as a character is portrayed as an animal. It's not a villain necessarily. It's not a heroic character like in the original Godzilla films, which I don't think really works. It's just kind of treated as it's just a nuisance. This animal that's trying to lay eggs and has no real personality or purpose besides, I guess, protecting its young.
Might as well be a big rat in New York, like whatever. It's like, why did it come from Japan and and then we'll go all the way across the ocean to like go to New York? Like,
we all know that the French have a very advanced nuclear. They probably actually do. I think they do have a lot of nuclear energy in France, though.
That's smart of them. They got like a small amount of country compared to how much land we got.
Well, they're imperialists, so they had a lot of other areas that they were in control of.
Sure. And then when they got kicked out of Vietnam, America's like, you know what? What if we just slipped down in?
Yeah.
And that didn't work out.
Nope. Matthew Broderick is extremely annoying in this film as Dr. Nico Tatopoulos, and he's no exception. All the characters are poorly written. Jean Reno plays a French spy who is upset about the quality of American coffee.
To be fair,
is that even a French trope?
Yeah, they're snobbish, Gary.
I think it's just because it's a PG film, so they couldn't make him a pedophile like in Leon the Professional.
He's not a pedophile in that one.
No?
At the end, he sends her.
No, it's just the director who's a pedophile.
Yeah, exactly. Just the director was.
The movie just has pedophilic undertones. The character's not a pedophile.
Right. I feel like Jean Reno in that movie is trying to.
Is that how you say his name? I thought it was Jean Reno.
So American of you, Gary. Yeah, Jean Reno. I think in that movie. No, I guess that's aside. I felt like he was trying to make sure that his character doesn't come off as a creepy pedophile, because when your director's like, here, dress this little girl up. Like
we're still talking about Leon the Professional.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about in this movie.
yeah, he keeps like
he is honestly
the best part.
He's the best actor in the film.
Yeah, I think Matthew Broderick did not seem like the right character to cast.
I fucking hate Matthew Broderick so much, dude. Has Matthew Broderick ever been good in anything?
He was good as Simba in The Lion King.
I had no idea it was Simba in The Lion King. Yeah. That doesn't count. That's a fucking kids cartoon movie.
Sure. He was good.
I fucking hate Matthew Broderick.
He was good in The Producers.
Okay.
Yeah, that was funny. It was well. But in this one, he's like supposed to be like an action star. He's supposed to be a smarty. He's supposed to be like hot. Every woman is eye fucking him the entire movie. But it's like he's just
I bet you they had a list of big name actors they wanted for the film, and he was at the bottom, and he was the last one that was willing to do it.
Sure.
It was like, we need Will Smith or Tom Cruise. And eventually you're like, Matthew Broderick.
Matthew Broderick, sure. Will you do it? Yeah, sure.
The character development in Godzilla is extremely cartoony, and for some reason, the producers of Godzilla thought it would be a great idea to use the cast of The Simpsons as live-action characters.
Right.
So you have Hank Azaria and Harry Shearer, both in this film.
Who plays what? Mr. Burns and Ned Flanders and Principal Skinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's terrible casting. Every character feels very poorly thought out, and the performances are not impressive. I don't think the screenplay is giving them much to work with.
Right.
But yeah, and Hank Azaria seems to think that this really fucked up his acting career, which I could see. He's 10 years deep into his career. Basically, at this point, he's really mostly just known for The Simpsons. He's trying to get into movies. If this had taken off and was actually good, it probably would have gotten him somewhere.
Something. I mean, he plays a character named Animal who is in like this weird abusive relationship where his girlfriend calls him like the R word, and
it's
she
just
calls
all
him
very broad
ethnic slurs. You know,
that's another thing too. It's like
So
in
she's gonna beat him?
1998, the perception of New Yorkers were that they're like foul-mouthed and racist.
right.
Which is, I don't think that's the perception that people have of New Yorkers nowadays. But,
Right. Now they're just all businessmen
Oh, okay.
and homeless people.
That's
the dichotomy.
I would assume they were all like, Nepo baby hipsters, but
Oh, sure.
like they'd
And
be
actors.
The movie is extremely broad. There's a scene where they bring Matthew Broderick to a Godzilla footprint, and he asks like, "Where's the sample?" Not realizing he's like standing in it. It is such a painfully obvious reveal. It's a little bit too dumbed down. You know what I mean? I know it's supposed to have a wide appeal, but this movie makes Jurassic Park feel like Schindler's List. It's just like it's a little bit too dumb and broad.
It really, I think that's what my main flaw, or my main critique of it is. It's like it took something that wasn't necessarily smart, but it made it really dumb. It was like, do you see this lizard? He's getting hit with atomic radiation, and guess what? He's gonna be big.
Yeah.
And then this guy, you get it? It was just like it really spoon feeds you everything.
Giant iguana and a bunch of shitty fucking characters.
And there's no way like Matthew Broderick could figure out all this science that he does. He's like, oh, I was dealing with worms near Chernobyl, but now I get it. It was an iguana hit by nuclear radiation.
Like the romance angle with the love interest is so shoehorned in and bad. It's just like just lazy writing.
She was cute though, right? The curly blonde.
Maria Patilla or some shit.
Sure. I haven't seen her in anything else that I can recall.
Yeah.
I think this probably killed everyone's career except Matthew's.
Yeah, I think she had a big TV role after this.
Okay, good.
I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff either.
She went on The Simpsons?
Maybe. But yeah, the romance angle is so fucking lazy. This script was written by Roland Emmerich, the producer.
Right.
And it's fucking awful, man.
Again, he didn't care for Godzilla movies. So the fact that it's like bullshit isn't true.
Godzilla movies are fucking crap. Like, of course he doesn't care, but
They're
make
giant
something good. Make something better. Like,
fighting.
I'm sure there's lots of people who have adapted properties that they didn't care about, but you can still make something good out of it.
I mean, originally Godzilla, the first one, he is like, he's a product of nuclear, radiation and whatnot, and he is a villain.
But
then
he's created by like the hydrogen bomb testing. It's all a metaphor for, what happened to Japan.
Right. But the sequels, were like, he was very popular.
And we just got to keep rubbing dirt in the wounds.
So he's coming back. He's now the hero, and he's going to fight other big monsters. And then I think one of the earlier directors, Jan de Bont, was going to make like a creature feature. He's going to have Godzilla fighting another creature, and the studio was like, that's too expensive. And it ended up being like cheaper than the movie they ended up making anyway. Sure. And I was like, what a fuck you to him, huh?
Well, it's also probably a product of its time. In 1992, you're not going to make as big budget of a movie as you are going to a few years later. It's really, that whole thing starts with like fucking Batman and Jurassic Park and all that fucking horse shit.
Yeah, Jurassic Park really did set the bar. It was the highest grossing movie for many years. Mm-hmm. And speaking of which, I find this interesting that every single fucking Marvel movie that comes out, it's like, it's the biggest movie that's ever come out. How can every movie that come out every year be bigger than the next? Is it because tickets now cost me $40? Yeah,
because tickets cost more.
Okay. Because I was going to say, Jurassic Park set the bar. It didn't get broken until 1998's Titanic, And so that's 5 years of trying to make it bigger than Jurassic Park, and now it's like every single movie just bigger and bigger. But
yeah,
if that makes sense,
and it ruined the industry because the barrier of entry is so big now. All you get are big IP movies.
Right.
Yeah, it all started with fucking Steven Spielberg.
Spielberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've heard my tirade on Jurassic Park 3 and how it was the end of Hollywood, essentially.
Okay.
But we'll save that for another podcast.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie is a piece of shit. And I didn't even mention the Puff Daddy song, which is really an embarrassing cash-in for Led Zeppelin as well as everybody else involved. Nobody escaped this production unscathed. It ruined Hank Azaria's career. It defiled the beloved IP. It created one of the worst crossovers in music history. And it would almost be 20 years before we saw another American version of Godzilla, which thank God they learned from the mistakes of this film and didn't involve Hank Azaria or P. Diddy.
Yeah, I'm glad they learned their lesson, though, because it actually did well. And I hear it's good. I haven't seen it.
Oh, what, the new Godzilla?
Yeah. Or newer Godzilla. I mean, I've
Bryan
seen
Cranston Godzilla. That's my favorite one. That's an excellent film.
Yeah.
And then actually the way it's shot is interesting. Like they shoot it from a perspective that, makes Godzilla seem larger than life.
Right.
Which is what a lot of the classic Godzilla movies really miss. It feels like a guy in a suit because of the way it's filmed.
Right.
This film was the third highest grossing film of 1998, and it was still considered to be a box office disappointment. The 90s were the beginning of Hollywood as an ultra big budget slop factory. You can't be upset about the current state of the industry and the fact that nothing but Barbie and Minecraft is viable without recognizing it started decades ago. My fear is that generative AI will lead to everyone just watching nostalgia slop and nothing new will ever get made. Pop culture will just stop and we'll have to live in the Ready Player One world until we die. But the slop didn't start with AI. It didn't start with AI, but it ends with AI.
Right.
So, fuck AI. Take that, Sam Altman. AI, more like gay guy.
Got him.
Got his ass.
Ooh, he got his ass.
You understand how this sounds like an accusation.
The only thing that aged worse than Godzilla's CGI was the Puff Daddy single, Come With Me. And
you know what, Russ? It aged bad, but it was bad in 1998.
Oh, definitely. But if you actually read the actual lyrics, it's not about Godzilla at all, but instead it sounds like P. Diddy defending himself from allegations that wouldn't come out for another 26 years. And to prove my point, I'm going to sing it karaoke style. Yeah. Yeah. I'm getting stage fright. Hear my cries. Criminal enterprise. See my fall. See my errors. Know my faults. Records halt. See my loss. Know I'm lacking. Backtracking. Domestic violence is not sex trafficking. In court appearing for racketeering. Spouse abuse and prostitutes. Male escorts. I'll bomb your Porsche. I will tape you while I rape you. No one talk. I'll walk. Kill Tupac. Come in me. Come in me. That's all I got.
That's all you got?
Do you want me to write a whole 4-minute song? It's terrible.
If we're interested in comedy, Russ, the funniest possible thing for me to do is to make you record this and then cut it out. But
you son of a bitch.
Well, I don't know, maybe it'll be great. We'll see. So, sometimes you never know until you get it into post.
The lyrics are very much like, see my errors, do my faults.
The lyrics are painful. The actual lyrics are funnier.
They're talking about, he's clearly like talking to his like girlfriend at the time, who he's like, you're backstabbing me, and now it's backfiring, and I'm gonna end you.
The video that starts with Puff Daddy fantasizing about getting laid by a girl, and then he wakes up and he's like, oh yeah, I don't like girls.
And then Godzilla busts in.
Then he sucks Godzilla's dick.
Nice. Godzilla's she dick.
Yeah.
Nice.
He sucks her big clit.
That's hot.
Yeah, it is pretty fucking hot, actually.
Yeah, fuck. I gotta go, Gary.
Just this giant iguana lady just gushing everywhere.
I guarantee art exists of that somewhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a Japanese thing,
Oh my god.
They're the ones who made all that shit.
Right.
All the tentacles and all the, It's so funny when you look at Japanese porn and the thing that they blur out is the pubic hair. That's what they're offended by. It's a
No,
woman.
it's-
It's a woman getting fucking her, getting giant
Eels or whatever.
Kajira tentacles, and
Yeah.
the fucking pubic hair is blurred.
Well, they blur the dick head too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I don't look at dicks.
Oh, yeah. Whenever it comes on a screen, you're just, I'm looking for the vagina.
Russ's Google search is just Japanese dicks.
How do you know? You're looking at my Google search?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was checking out your
it's-
search results.
That's cool. That's cool.
To create images
映
is
像はいつも
always a
可
challenge.
能性への挑戦だ
Digital magic.
Come in me.